Hello everyone, my name is Ron Heiler. I will be your host for this modding session of Skyrim. We're going to set up Skyrim and we're going to mod it. And I'm going to go step by step, show you how I do it. We're going to be installing quite a lot of mods. I should probably give you a little bit of background. I had started a Skyrim Let's Play. I got about 20 episodes into it. Partway through, I decided to install a couple of pretty hefty mods, which is really never a good idea when you're playing Skyrim. Once you start a game, it's really not good to install something like major. You can install minor stuff, but something that's really big is going to destabilize your game. And in fact, that's exactly what happened. My game became unstable. So what I ended up doing was I ended up deleting Skyrim, completely reinstalling everything, and then going back. That worked for about another 10 episodes or so. I got up to about episode 30, but the game just kept getting increasingly unstable. And I basically, at this point, I've resigned myself to losing that playthrough, because even if I try to start back up again after reinstalling Skyrim, it's going to end up with the same problem. Unfortunately, the instability is kind of baked into the save game at this point. So I thought to myself, well, I want to continue on with a Let's Play of Skyrim. It's a game I really enjoy, but I want to make sure it's stable. I need a stable base to play with, and so I went hunting for some kind of guidance on this, and I ran across Step. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so here's Step. So I went looking through this. Now the entire deal with this is it keeps pretty much lore friendly stuff, but it also is very stable, or it's supposed to be very stable, as long as you have the system to handle it. I was looking at this very seriously, installing this whole thing. It's a fairly long, lengthy process. The only thing about Step is it doesn't quite do everything that I quite wanted to do. It's missing any kind of female body fixes. It's got some male body fixes and some of the other race body fixes, like the cats and the lizards, but it doesn't fix females. There's a couple other things it doesn't do. It doesn't really do an E and B so much. It does have an E and B boost, but not an actual E and B. So it's a great start, but I was kind of looking to do a little bit more. I discovered Skyrim Revisited, which is Step, but a little bit extended. It's a little bit changed. He's much closer to what I had in mind. So we're going to go through Skyrim Revisited, which is a Step hosted mod guide. He updates this continually. As I'm recording this, it's now the 12th. He last updated this on the 11th. So he's constantly tweaking and messing around with this. So yeah, we're pretty sure it's up to date. Okay, so this is the guide we're going to be following as we get Skyrim ready for our playthrough. So the deal is, I'm going to spend some videos showing you guys what I do, just in case anybody wants to follow along. And then once this is done, hopefully we'll have a very stable, ready to play Skyrim. And then I'll take an LP from that. Okay. I'm pretty much going to do exactly what he says. There's a couple of things I might not quite agree with when he's doing, but I think I might just bite the bullet and go ahead and take them, just to stay as close as possible to what he's doing. That way I know the game is stable. The only thing is, there's two things that we're going to add to this on top of what he's already done, and that's going to be Sky Complete and Legacy of the Dragonborn, which are the two completionist mods, which were the two that got me into trouble with the last playthrough. But we'll clean those and make sure those are they don't conflict with anything. Hopefully we don't have any problems with that. But yeah, we'll make sure when we get to that point, and you can see it's a ways down, we'll make sure that's as stable as possible. Okay, so with all that being said, I'm going to keep these videos to about 20 minutes or so, I think. I don't want to get them to get too long. That should be enough to get some stuff done and hopefully get it tested. I'd like to test frequently, make sure that all the mods we put in are actually working. So yeah, let's kind of look at this. He goes over an introduction and summary. We're going to do increased immersion and realism, maintain lore friendliness, and maintain stability with maximum functionality. So this is going to include blood and gore, combat, nudity, sex. Although there's not really any sex in anything in here that I can see. There is nudity, which I don't know about. You know, that's one of those things that I worry a little bit about with YouTube. But we'll see what we're going to do with that. Realistic needs of survival. This is all kind of survival stuff. It adds another dimension to the game. We'll see how that works out. So we're going to stick to the Elder Scrolls lore. Some liberties will be taken, and then stability. So we're going to do conflict resolution, cleaning, ordering, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So he talks about his system. It turns out my system is either comparable or superior to his system, so we should be okay. For example, he's got a i5 core, 4.4 gigahertz. I happen to have an i7. Our motherboards are more or less comparable, I think. I'm not really sure about the sniper. I can't remember off the top of my head what my motherboard is, but it's a pretty powerful one. It's I just installed it about a year ago, so it's and it was a high-end board. So I happen to have, I believe, 32 gigabytes of memory. He's got a GTX 980. I have a GTX 970, but I've got two of them SLI'd together, and so I've got a total of 8 gigabytes. Some games can't take advantage of SLI'd video cards, but I believe Skyrim can, so I should be superior to his system in that. I've got far more hard drive space than all this, so I believe I have about 10 terabytes, something like that. So the prerequisites. So this is where we're going to start installing stuff, guys. First off, in order to install Skyrim, and it doesn't matter if you have the physical copy of the game, the actual disc, or if you have the digital copy. I happen to have the digital copy of the game. But either way, you're going to need Steam, because even if you have the physical copy, it has to validate through Steam. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go over how to install Steam. I will try to remember to link to a video that does go over how to install Steam if you need to install Steam. I'm going to presume that you have Steam already installed. So if you need to purchase Skyrim, so head up here into the box, and we'll just do this, and it should be the first thing. So we're going to use the Legendary Edition, so I would recommend that. $40 at the moment that I'm recording this. And it comes with, this is just a kind of general description, but it comes with the 3 DLCs, Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn, so you would add to cart and buy it. So you can see in my library I have the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, and it's the Legendary Edition, even though it doesn't say that, because it's got the 3 DLCs, and these are basically the only 3 DLCs that I know of. I think. I mean, we can look, but yeah, that's it. So it comes with the Skyrim High Resolution Texture Pack, then Dawnguard, Dragonborn, and Hearthfire. Now, if we go back to the web page, you can see that's Skyrim, the High Resolution Texture Pack, Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn. So that's everything that he calls a prerequisite, except for the Creation Kit. Okay, so starting in Steam, I'm going to highlight the Elder Scrolls and hit install. So we'll create a desktop shortcut. I'm going to install under my E drive. This is where my Steam library is. I didn't put it on my C drive. You don't want to put Skyrim on your C drive, okay, because by default it's going to end up in either program files or program files x86, and these have special permissions from the operating system, and it can cause problems if your Steam library is in there. So don't put your Steam library under program files. Put it under the C drive, that's fine, but put it outside of these two things. Otherwise, you're going to end up with problems with some of the mods that need to write to this stuff. Now, my C drive happens to be a solid-state drive, so I don't want a lot of stuff constantly writing and unwriting to that drive. It wears them out. So I put my Steam library on the E drive. There it is here, under Steam Apps. So this is where it'll end up, or under Common, really. Okay, you can see all my other games. So yeah, that's where I'm going to put my particular copy. You can put yours, of course, wherever you want. Just don't put it under those program files. That's the key point. Okay, so that's the settings we're going to use. So just hit next, and it's going to start installing. So this is going to take some time to download. So we'll let this download. It's preparing right now. So yeah, this is going to take a while. So we'll come back when this is done, and I'll show you where to go from there. All right. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, guys. So Skyrim has finished downloading. Let's go back. There we go. So you can see we've got all the Skyrim itself is installed. We got the high resolution texture pack installed. Dawnguard, Dragonborn, Earthfire all installed. If these are not installed for you, just click on the boxes here, okay, like such. And I just uninstalled the high resolution texture pack. Hang on a second. All right, we'll let that install. Let's see, it shouldn't take very long. Yeah, of all the things I shouldn't have clicked on, that was the one. That's the big one. So we'll let that install. See how long that's going to take. It shouldn't take too long. It won't take 20 minutes. All right, it'll just take a few minutes. So yes, at the end of all this, you should have all 4 of these installed and Skyrim. So if we look at our E drive under Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, there you go. There's Skyrim. Okay, so that's where we should be at. Let's take a look at this page. So at this point, gang. Oh, by the way, because I don't think I said it before, let me just do that. This is the page that we want, and I'll put a link to this as well in the description. wiki.stepproject.com/user:/Neovalin. I hope I'm saying that right. Neo /Skyrim Revisited Legendary Edition. Okay, that's the web page we're going to follow. If you're going to follow along, I would suggest you bookmark that. Okay. Okay, so we're doing section 2, prerequisites. The other thing we need, in addition to the things that we've already downloaded, which how's this doing? It's getting there. The other thing he's recommending that we install is the Creation Kit, version 1.9.32.0. I'm not 100% sure that's absolutely necessary for what we're doing. The Creation Kit's really more for people who are going to create mods than it is for people who are going to use them. There may be some tweaks we can do through the Creation Kit that we can't do through Skyrim. So we'll go ahead and get it, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's go back to Steam again, and we're going to switch over from, we got this little drop down right here. We're going to switch over from games over to tools. We should have in here somewhere right here, Skyrim Creation Kit. So let's go ahead and install that. So we'll create a desktop shortcut, install under the Steam library. That's all good. There's some terms you got to agree to. Sure, fine. Let's get that ready to go. There you go. So that's going to install. Okay, guys. So the high resolution texture pack is just about done installing, or at least downloading. You can see we're about to start the Skyrim Creation Kit, which is just now starting. It's going to take just a second because this is quite small. And there you go. That's done. Okay. So if we head back to the library, you see the Skyrim Creation Kit is installed. If we go back to games, and Elder Scrolls Skyrim, everything's installed. So we're good. So again, if we go back to Steam, there's Skyrim, and there's the Creation Kit. Okay, so there's the Skyrim launcher. We're all good. So at this point, gang, we've got all of the prerequisites done. What I would normally do here at this point is to actually run some of these to make sure everything's working fine. The only issue with that is I'm not quite ready for that because there's some stuff down here about running for the first time, and so I want to wait for that before we actually start trying to test anything. So I'm not going to run everything quite yet. Let's grab my creation kit, and let's see, Skyrim should be in here somewhere. I don't see it. There it is. So there you go. We got our 2 icons ready to go. Okay. So I think at this point I'm going to I think I'm going to stop here, guys. So we finished prerequisites, official content 2.1. Okay. So in the next time we'll pick up on 2.2. He doesn't have these numbered over here. It's kind of that's too bad. It would be make my life easier if this were numbered the same as it's the table of contents was. But we'll start off with the script extender. Okay, so I will pick this back up in the next video. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot.